The first night I slept in my $4.8 million beach house, I cried. Not because it was beautiful, not because it overlooked the ocean, but because for the first time in 15 years, no one could take anything from me. Then my stepmother called. "We're moving in tomorrow," she said. "Your dad already agreed." And that was the moment she unknowingly triggered the most expensive mistake of her life. If you've ever had family treat your success like it belonged to them, stay with me. This story is about boundaries, money, and what happens when someone finally decides they're done being quiet. Like, subscribe, and let's get into one of the most satisfying family revenge stories you'll hear this year. My name is Alana. I'm 38 years old, and for 15 years I was the ungrateful daughter. At least, that's what my stepmother, Denise, liked to call me. Denise entered my life when I was 13. My mom had passed the year before. My dad was drowning in grief and debt, and Denise came in polished, charming, strategic. She didn't yell. She didn't scream. She smiled. And somehow I was always the problem. If I asked about money for school supplies, "Alana, we all have to sacrifice." If I wanted to apply to an out-of-state college with a scholarship, that's selfish. Your father needs you close. If I questioned where the insurance payout for my mother's life policy went, you're being disrespectful. That word, disrespectful. It became their favorite leash. By 23, I had put myself through college. By 28, I was making 6 figures in tech consulting. By 35, I was clearing 7 figures annually after building and selling a niche cybersecurity firm. And still, Denise would introduce me at events as, "Our daughter. She works with computers." Like I was repairing printers at Best Buy. For years, I helped financially, quietly, paid off their credit cards, covered Dad's business investments, sent money when Denise claimed they were short. Every time I hesitated, she'd sigh dramatically. "We sacrificed so much for you." The funny thing? They never sacrificed anything for me. But I didn't say that. I stayed quiet because part of me still wanted my dad to choose me. Last year I quit. Not life, not work, just the version of myself that needed approval. I was burnt out. My therapist suggested something radical. Buy something that represents peace, not performance. So I did. A $4.8 million beach house in Malibu. Floor-to-ceiling glass, private shoreline, clean lines, soft neutrals, silence. I wired the money in full. No mortgage, no leverage. Mine. The first night, I lay on the hardwood floor, listening to waves crash against the sand. For once, the silence wasn't heavy. It felt earned. Then my phone rang. Denise. I stared at the screen. My stomach tightened automatically. Muscle memory. I answered. "Alana, we're moving in tomorrow." No hello. No congratulations. I blinked. "Excuse me." "Your father said it makes sense. The house is big. We'll take the master suite. You can use one of the guest rooms. It'll be good for you to have guidance." Guidance? In my own house. I felt my pulse in my ears. That's not happening. A pause. Then her voice shifted. "Sweet. Dangerous. If you don't like it, you're welcome to find somewhere else. Family comes first." Click. She hung up. Something inside me didn't shatter. It crystallized. For years, I thought their manipulation was emotional. That call made it financial. Because here's what Denise didn't know. I'd recently hired a forensic accountant to review my past transfers. Not because I suspected theft, but because something never added up. Over 12 years, I'd sent approximately $2.6 million. The accountant found something else. Shell accounts, layered transfers, insurance funds that were never reported properly, and a quiet, calculated misdirection totaling $1.9 million. Money redirected into accounts solely under Denise's control, including funds originally designated in my mother's estate. The woman had been siphoning money for over a decade, using guilt as camouflage, and now she wanted my house. That phone call? It was her overconfidence. So I did something I'd never done before. I stopped reacting, and I started planning. I had 84 days. Denise lived for one thing more than money. Image. Every year, she hosted a lavish charity gala under her name. 200 to 250 guests, donors, local press, influencers, politicians. This year would be the 15th anniversary. She was obsessed. What she didn't know was that the charity's financial filings were sloppy because she assumed no one would look closely. I funded the entire event anonymously through a legal trust, and I added one small clause in the event contract. Final presentation approval rights. 220 guests, crystal chandeliers, string quartet, champagne towers. Denise wore emerald silk, smiling like she built the world herself. My father stood beside her, proud and oblivious. When I arrived, conversations quieted slightly. Denise air-kissed me. "So glad you could make it, sweetheart." I smiled back. I wouldn't miss this. Halfway through the evening, she took the stage, spoke about integrity, community, transparency. The irony was almost art. Then she announced a special surprise presentation honoring 15 years of impact. That was my cue. The lights dimmed. The projector turned on. Instead of a highlight reel, spreadsheets appeared, bank transfers, account numbers, timestamps, insurance payout records, my name, my mother's estate, redirected funds, a total figure in bold, $1, 943, 276.12. The room went silent. At first, people thought it was a glitch. Then the narration began. My voice, calm, measured. For 15 years, I believed supporting my family meant silence. Tonight, I learned silence has a cost. Slide after slide, legal documentation, forensic analysis summaries, public charity discrepancies, the entire paper trail. Denise's smile froze. My father's face drained of color. Someone in the crowd whispered, "Is this real?" A reporter started filming. Denise rushed toward the AV booth. Too late. I stepped onto the stage, microphone in hand. "I bought a beach house recently," I said, and was informed I could move out if I didn't want to share it. Nervous laughter, then stillness. "I won't be moving out, but I will be filing charges." Gasps. Denise grabbed the mic. "This is a misunderstanding." I gently removed it from her hand. "It's not." And for the first time in my life, my voice didn't shake. Security escorted Denise off stage when she began shouting. My father tried to speak to me. "Alana, we can talk about this privately." I looked at him. For 15 years I tried. That was it. No screaming. No tears. Just truth. By the end of the night, 3 board members had resigned. Donors withdrew funding pending investigation. Legal notices were already drafted. Denise wasn't humiliated because I yelled. She was humiliated because I documented. Charges were filed within the week. Assets frozen. The charity dissolved. My father called me 27 times in 2 days. I answered once. He said, "You didn't have to destroy her." I replied, "She destroyed trust. I exposed it." Silence. I didn't yell. I didn't justify. I just stopped shrinking. The beach house remains mine. Quiet, peaceful, and finally, boundary protected. Here's what I learned. Financial independence is freedom. Boundaries are not cruelty. And silence does not equal loyalty. Sometimes the most powerful revenge isn't screaming. It's auditing. If this story hit you somewhere personal, like the video and share it with someone who needs a reminder that standing up for yourself isn't selfish. Drop a comment and tell me, what's one boundary you wish you had set sooner? And subscribe for more stories where justice finally gets its moment.